Hey, what's going on, guys? Just want to start recording again. Pulled up charts here in Q, and it's starting to approach the 21,000 level. Like I said, my previous video started at the open. Here's our 5-minute open range. We're on 5-minute open range here, and our plan was to play off the 21,000 level. Looking for a breakout, retest, and continuation, or a hit and reject. So I just kind of saw it kind of spiking up. We I put some of these back here. Earlier made a play off of the diamond pattern here. I got posted that on the YouTube, and it played out perfectly. Came down, it would have hit our of course I'm not gonna hold it all the way back, pull it all the way back up to here, but we would have made about $1,500 if I held it. Had a little bit better stop loss management still. And we're watching the 21,000 level. Get rid of this stuff out the way. Don't need the trend line anymore. Oh, like I said, this is our 5-minute open range. The first 5 minutes of the day, 1,800 hours, is our range. I don't like to trade in here, although the diamond pattern was inside this area, but it was a pretty consistent pattern I've traded off of before, which is practice account. I didn't go in 5 contracts with a combine or something, but I got my combine pulled up here. See what it can do. So we've broken above 5-minute trend line, pulled back. Broke above 5-minute trend line, pulled back. We have just broken above 5-minute trend line, and we're pulling back again. So this 5-minute opening range, call it trend line, opening range, is looking to be a pretty solid level. Although if we look at our 100 tick chart here, it is got a nice little pattern, nice little range forming, a little channel forming over here. So it is pushing up towards more of a breakout than a rejection, which is good. But because it's such a tight area between top of that range and the 21,000, and 21,000 being a psychological resistance level, we want to make sure it breaks above that. We don't want to be getting into a trade here and come up and make just a couple points. We're looking for big movers. Trying to get like $1,500 or so, 5 contracts, get about $1,500, lock it in, get out, go to the next one. Like, there's no guarantee. We don't force trades. It is, like I said, right here, a lot of choppy. You know, if you zoomed out, you see this like, well, there's nothing really obvious to really play off of. Although the initial range came down 5 minutes, and then it pulled all the way back up. But yeah, see that first green candle was like way over here, so not really likely you're going to catch this. Possibly, he might be really good, not me. But now I'm just looking at a obvious check and reject, test and reject, bouncing off the 10 EMA here, possibly. But we have broken below the 10 before. So, but if you're just looking at this, there's a lot of chop. Don't like to get into choppy markets because chop will blow accounts. This wick right here, that's a blown account. You went especially if you went because this thing opened up green. You went long here and that sucker pulled all the way back there. You can blow account pretty easy. Or if you went short and it came back up and you didn't move your stop loss, yeah, you're blowing the account. So, but like I said, inside this chop, we saw a diamond form. We plated breakout below the diamond. Now we're just waiting to see what this does. Which direction does it decide to go? Does it pick a direction? Except if it goes down. Oh well. Because it's, like I said, it stopped right in the middle of this zone, right in the middle of the range before. It stopped here in the middle of the range. It stopped here just below the middle after they break out of the diamond pattern. So no consistent level that it is bouncing off of. It's kind of hard to judge just how far a pullback will end up. But like I said, this is the opening range, so we kind of got a gap here. So normally all gaps get filled. So here's a gap. Now keep that in mind too, we got a gap. Once it fills that gap, what's it gonna do? It's probably gonna pull back. But is on its journey to hit 21,000, really expect a hard pullback. So it's going to be hard, like say, to anticipate a breakout, get in here and have it reverse on you. Give me some more water here. But we got the combine up. New one I just started today. After went full a hole and a blue one. I got it within 400 bucks, and I'm like, ooh, let me take an extra trade and pass this combine. Well, that extra trade cost me a blown combine or evaluation. We use Top Step. They call them combines. Apex calls them evaluations. They're all the same thing. They simulated the count. You're trying to a 50,000 account, trying to make $3,000 to get a live funded account, which Top Set is still a simulated account. I don't know how that works, how they're making any money. Unless a lot of people are just blowing accounts left and right. Makes up for it, but they pay me. They can do whatever they want. Let's see. This is the dangerous area where people blow a lot of accounts. You anticipate. I got a 10 EMA. It seems to be holding support. It's breaking out over the top of the range. You start FOMOing. If I get in now and it breaks out, you start talking yourself into this. If I get in now and it breaks out, I'll make an extra $200 on that move. However, if it doesn't break out and it reverses, it can reverse on you pretty freaking quick. I've seen rejections off of top range drop. I think it was like 5 points in a matter of a second. Little gap here, that's a good sign. That is got upward pressure. But how much liquidity does it have to push up through those two zones? Push up through the top range and then continue on to 21,000. Hope everybody's had a good trading day. Evening session, everything's usually slow, low volume. Earlier it was like 106. Yeah, 106 on the volume. Now we're up to 199, 199, 140. So, oh man, the volume's kind of picking up. Looking over at the time and sales, a lot of red, a lot of greens, kind of a mix. So here we go. See, it's like, oh, here we go. We're breaking out. And then it pulls back. So don't anticipate, don't try to predict, because it is coming up in that range, and it's over on the, I guess is a 100 tick chart. Yeah, the 100 tick chart. It's rejected at 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth time. Usually you start rejecting about 4 to 5 times. Here's a pullback coming. So it seems like it almost needs to pull back to grab some liquidity. Like this here. Came up 3 times at this level and had to come back down. Grab some liquidity. Had to get below VWAP. I guess that is. Yep. Had to get down below VWAP, grab some liquidity, and come back up. People started buying. All right, VWAP's good level. Everybody started buying again. Now we need some liquidity to punch through the top of the range. Where's that going to come from? They got to come back down below VWAP again? Or is there enough people trading tonight that's going to YOLO and force it up? Possibly. Intraday, I have seen that. Evenings, and it can be really, can be sketchy. Starting to get a pennant going on here in a 5 minute. I've seen these things break down more times than I've seen them break up. In futures market anyways. In theory, it should break up. Like we got here, right here, grab some liquidity, hitting up. And this whole move here, no diamond pattern, but this is really another. This was another liquidity grab for this move. Now, what you look at is we had this liquidity grab for this move. Does this does this become a liquidity move for a downward push? But we are breaking out above here. So it's got up here and I'll break out 21,000, come back down and give us a retest. And then we're watching this level up in here. Look over the same move. Come up above 21,000, pull back. Above 21,000, pull back. Above 21,000, pull back. There's a good entry down here. Just letting it form, letting it shape up. As it is pulling back to the top of the range. Starting to pull back below the opening range. Because it's struggling. And there's not enough volume to keep pushing it higher. 21,000 is a heck of a psychological resistance level. And when we pushed up to it before, look at the volume. 15,000 or so here. 9,000 volume here. 9,000, 9,000. A lot of volume push us through 21,000. And even then, it couldn't maintain it. So in reality, and keep this in mind, in reality, pushing out above 21,000 is not impossible, but it's probably pretty close to impossible. So we can almost anticipate another pullback is likely. That is looking like it is going to reject this liquidity zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times it has tested, tried to push through this liquidity zone and hasn't been able to. What it's doing, it is grabbing liquidity here so it can fall. Whereas if that's the case, what you would do, you look for breakdown and come up to retest it. Right at 9 o'clock. So it is there like a 9 o'clock rush all of a sudden here. 224 volume, so volume did pick up a little. We got 224, 138, 199, 199, 140, 211. Yeah. Me right now, I'm leaning towards a short. I want the 100 tick, come up, retest up in here. Then you go short with the top of your range being your stop loss. It's still squeezing up. I don't want. I ain't taking it short because it's, even though it's struggling to break through this zone, it is still slowly squeezing up. Not really a, haven't had a clear break out of the bottom of that zone yet. Almost like fake out. But she is struggling. Messing around. We got 264. So what I look at is big red, little red. Yeah, wicks top and bottom. Little green, big green. So we're starting to get liquidity. Or we're starting to get buyers coming in. Open, opening range, top opening ranges become a sufficient support level for people to come in and start buying. But how much? Is it going to be enough to break out the range and break over 21,000? That's the great question. And does it do something like this? Just dump. Basically, like it broke at 21, then pulls back. Not tough. Not a lot. Maybe pull back. One of the things you wait out the market. The other thing you gotta watch out for is these traps. You'll get these hard spikes in either direction. that will, if you're a Momo or a FOMO trader, you will jump into a trade based off this sudden price action, and it will pull back down away from you or against you, kind of get you stuck. And if you don't have proper risk management, you can lose your arse. Watch it. Top of that zone. Top of the zone. See what it does when it hits that. Does it explode through it? And yes, man, you could have gotten into it over here when you was looking at it, and this come all the way up here. You'd have been in profit this whole time. True. But it could have done this and been in the red the whole time. You trade with inside your plan. What was your plan? My plan from the beginning was 21,000 level. Play either the break above or the break below. Yeah, we make it above the 21,000 level. Get all this upside. But we are retired traders. We are forcing it to earn our trade. Man, it's honoring that 10 EMA though, which is this here, just different color. Do not anticipate. All right, just broke it. There it comes back down. Retest. Let's go ahead and
Order filled.
buy 5. Top loss here. You're looking for $1,500 move or so. Kind of a breakout and retest. Now control the emotions. Right there under that level. Five-minute finished above the zone. See what this 5-minute candle does. Because if it can truly break out above 21,000, it should run. And then there was some resistance up here, just red line or so. There we go. Gotta give it room to breathe. Just know sometime or other it may come back down to this 10. $225. I said this is our first live trade of the night. So don't be afraid to secure profits. So move that up to 50. It is a free trade. $325. Let's move up. Let's secure a little more.
Order
Oh,
filled.
and we're out. I don't have any patience. I know I can let it eat. I'm almost expecting it to come back down to this 10. But in theory, that was the trade that we were looking for the whole night. And I just misplayed my stop loss. Here, 186. It was up as much as 300. Now, like I said, it's running now. Move my stop up too soon. I'm a little bit too aggressive with the stop. All good. Green is green. But it's failed to break out above 21,000 so many times. It's kind of got me on edge, especially in this zone up this area. You don't know what it's going to use as resistance. Like right here, that's a good resistance area. That could be a good resistance area to pull all the way back down to at least the 10. And that's kind of what it's been doing. It's been giving you these false breakouts and dumping hard, like this one, up and then just freaking dumped hard out of this liquidity zone. So imagine this: this thing runs up hard. You get in up here, and all right, it runs up a little bit, and then it turns on you. That's why I don't mess around with my stop losses. I'm looking for these things. I'm looking for the price action that takes off, that aggressively just leaves my stop behind. And if it doesn't, I'll secure $100, $200, $300 or so, and live to see another day. Yeah, 88, 90% win rate, but making only $200 a day or $200 a trade. I'll take that versus, although I know I'm not going to catch some of the big stuff, which, like I said, it's starting to pull back right now. So it would not surprise me if it dumps right here. But I'm done for tonight. I got one good trade, two good trades. One previously on a practice account, and this one here, almost $200 or so on a combine. The night, the evening stuff was kind of practice, anyways. I'm not looking for big runners, but I don't really expect to have these big, fast runners like this here. Kind of a slow grind. You got to sit in front of your computer all day. But we got to pull back here. It's breaking below 21,000. How hard does it dump? If it closes below 21,000, does it dump? You're looking at a 100 tick chart over here. It could go either way. It could either grab liquidity, bounce off the zone, and hit up, or just crap. This is the gap. It filled that gap. That's right. This was yesterday's closing session. This is the opening range. So we had this gap. It just filled that gap. Now, does it come down to the top of the gap and then continue up? Or does it say, all right, gap's filled, time to continue down? Yep, could be grabbing some liquidity at the top of the gap and hit back up. Hey, there you go. Maybe. I was like, could have been another trade. Like it's come down to the 10. Wasn't paying attention. Said it was going to come down to the 10. Came right back down, kissed the 10, hitting right back up. Boom. That would have, wow, I wasn't paying attention to freaking 10. It's freaking long right here. As soon as it kissed that 10, should have went along here. He'd have been up bank right now. Dummy. That right there is going to turn around to be the trade of the night that I just missed. Wow. That sucks. Wow. That would have been probably my $1,500 move I needed on this combine, which is your max profit on your top step combines for a consistency rule. Wow. Okay. Catch the next one. All about identification. Like she's going up into this liquidity zone. See what it does when it hits this level here. Been here before. Dang. That that sucks. But that's exactly what we're looking for. See that hard fast runner? I mean you can move your stop loss under the bottom of the handles and it's safe. You know, went long here and just put your stop loss at the bottom of the candle. Maybe this would be a little kind of sketchy here. You pretty much would have caught all this. That's a $1,500 move on a top step account, combine account, or you could still be in it making however much more. Well, cool. I'm not gonna sit there and watch it because it's kind of a FOMOing me right now. Kind of annoying. So if it pulls back to previous resistance, continues up, which should be a is that a zone to zone? Yeah. Eventually, zone, liquidity zone, the liquidity zone. Perfect team alpha liquidity zone, zone to zone play. Although we do have a cup here, we need a handle. Well, it's backwards, inverse. No, up here, which kind of a cup, just making a handle here. Well, dang. Let me go ahead and take a snippet of that just because this is another video. Yep, there will be plenty more of these plays. There's no need to FOMO into a bad trade here. Because there's no guarantee. You get in, yeah, it's going up now, but you get in here and it can pull back on you. Don't do it. Bounce the play off your zones. If you miss it, wait for the next one. It sucks, but it is what it is. I figure you play the long game. Not going to catch them all. You're not even going to be in front of your computer with all of them. There's always plays out there to make. There'll be plays tomorrow. There'll be plays Friday, next Monday through Friday, Sunday, whenever. So that hope this helps you, and I will see you on the next one.
Later, guys.